Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because I want to know, Alexa, am I getting fired? Am I going to lose my job? Please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold, and I will talk about them a little later. But let's get right into it, first of all. First things first, Alexa. They are firing hundreds of people in the Alexa division for Amazon. And this is a big deal, guys, because, again, they're not making the money that they made before. They're closing warehouses, they're cutting employee perks, they are changing everything with the way that they run their company. And what they're doing is getting rid of Alexa. So, this internal memo, how would you like to work there and find out that there's an internal memo that gets circulated that, hey, we're cutting all these people back and here's what we can do. Let's talk about severance. Let's talk about who's going. Pass, okay? Again, nothing is worse in management than things like this. Nothing is worse than deception when you work for somebody or you hire a company or anything. It's horrible, absolutely horrible. So first things first, guys, Alexa, this was going to revolutionize everything. And Amazon's spinning it right now, and they're saying, listen, with our new AI program, we want to work smarter and we want to work differently as we innovate. You guys shouldn't look at it as a cutback of just employees. It's what we're doing to benefit the company in the future. Yeah, that's what you say when you get caught. That's what you say. But the fact that you're innovating and being better is insane. Okay, it's absolutely ridiculous. So please, okay, don't believe this stuff. All the internal memos, all the inside stories that are sent to me, the Amazon meetings, the people that sat in on Amazon meetings and we're talking about how, hey, we're losing money, we need to cut back, do your part. Who can you get rid of? It's the holidays, guys. Things are supposed to be as busy as possible right now. People should be buying things. It's funny. I'm a last minute guy. I love to shop on Christmas Eve. I'm that guy, okay? I absolutely dig doing it. It's one thing I always do and I've always done since I was a kid. There are people on the other end of the spectrum. When my mother was alive in May, hey, guess what? I got you something for Christmas. Thanks, Mom. Okay? Okay? And I'm not kidding. There are people that shop really early. That's not happening this year because they don't have any money. Now, Amazon sees that. Amazon sees trends. Trends in markets are something you cannot ignore. You just can't. You can sit there and say it's just in Canada that Amazon's down. No, it's around the world. I'm at the sanctuary for the animals at the Flamingo right now. It's nice. It's just a fun place to see the birds and hang out. It's really cool. So you have to look at this. There's going to be more layoffs, but to have layoffs now for anybody that sells anything on a retail level or shopping is crazy. Okay? Now, think about this. Remember we talked about Mr. Cooper, the mortgage company that got hit with a cyber attack? Oh yeah, Dan, I remember that. Well, think about this. There are already four class action lawsuits about this. And if you are a Mr. Cooper customer, you need to get on board with this. You need to make sure, because what's going to happen, what these lawyers are going to do, now will you get tens of thousands of dollars or whatever? Probably not. But what you're going to get is you're going to find out exactly if your data got compromised. Then you have a claim. Now you've got to talk to the lawyers to see if you give up your claim and give up your rights. But you can talk to these lawyers and it will be free for you unless they get a settlement. But this is ridiculous the way that they handled this, and they got caught red-handed. Think about this. 4.3 billion customers. The 4.3 billion loans, okay? $937 billion, okay? Hello. 4.3 billion, 937 billion. Okay? Pardon me if I misspoke right there. The point is, Alexa, how much money is that? $217,000 in loans, guys. $217,906 is the average loan with Mr. Cooper. Some are clearly bigger, some are smaller, but the point is that, guys, this is an absolute disaster. This is something that they just, hey, on Halloween, yeah, we got hit with this cyber attack and we're trying to control it. No, they had to, because it was so big and they got, everything was taken. And if you think about this, your data, what do they have of yours? Do they have loan applications? Seriously, they have everything on you if they have that. They've got your income, they've got your social, they've got everything about you, okay? You know how valuable that would be to the bad guys? It'd be huge, okay? So, good old Mr. Cooper. Alexis, Mr. Cooper a good guy? I don't know who Mr. Cooper is. Anyway, okay? I am out here for the Formula One race with my daughter. Last night was the practice round, which was insane. 10 minutes into the practice round, a Ferrari car went over a drain cover. It did so much damage to the car, sparks are flying, and it did what they think is about $2 million of the damage to the car. Now, here's the crazy thing. Ferrari said, this is unsafe. We're going to have nothing to do with this. Ferrari got penalized then for this. Not only did your car have to get literally picked up by a crane and put on a truck, but you're going to get penalized for that happening. The governing body of all F1, okay, which I am new to, I don't understand any of this stuff, said that the entire venue is unsafe. How cool is that? No. Las Vegas Racing LLC, Formula One, whatever it's called, said it's just that one manhole cover, the one drain cover. So we sealed it down. It's all good. Now, here's what's crazy, guys. I'm going to show you. We'll do some, I'll insert myself inside this stuff. But you guys, we had, okay, the practice run ended 10 minutes into it. They rescheduled it for 2 a.m. Now, I don't care where you were on the strip, okay? These cars are going 200 miles an hour. No one was sleeping. It was absolutely amazing. So I'm going to cut to the insert, and you're going to see where we were at in the track. There's just a few minutes of that. But that lasted 10 minutes, and then it switched over to the live practice round number 2, started at 2 a.m. So anybody that was here on the strip was not sleeping. But check this out. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. When people think about buying gold, they think about how difficult it is. And oh my gosh, how do you do it? Well, the best thing that you can do is call Patriot Gold Group today. 888-330-1431. Get yourself a free investor guide. It's absolutely no obligation. But think about everything that we are witnessing in this world. No matter what happens, the economy is in real trouble right now. You're going to see governments that will basically go out of business over the course of the next year or two. And you know what they're going to do. They're going to print money hand over fist, and they're going to make it completely worthless. You need a hedge against that. You need to get yourself into precious metals with your retirement. Call them today or use the link below. But Patriot Gold has been #1 rated with Consumer Affairs for 7 years in a row. There's a reason for that. They have the no fee for life IRA. They are absolutely amazing. It's very easy to do. Contact them. It's absolutely no obligation to find out, but call them today at 888-330-1431. Our deficit is out of control. This country's out of control. Call them today and protect your future and protect your retirement, and let them know that Dan from iAllegedly sent you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Formula One Heineken Silver Las Vegas Grand Prix 2023. Are you ready to see your heroes in action?
Hey Alexa, does Elon Musk have bed bugs? Well, at his Buffalo plant in New York, the Gigafactory, he's got bed bugs, guys. The workers there are freaking out because they've been victimized by this, and They've treated them. They've sprayed the facility. They said it's left a film on it, and there's a toxic chemical, they're saying, that's made them sick. Now, this is also Tesla Solar, Tesla Autopilot, but man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This is something that there's certain people that can't handle chemicals, okay? My late girlfriend was one of those people that was very susceptible to smells, and anything that was sprayed like that, it would make her so ill. And these people are just feeling the wrath of this right now. But think about this. Bedbugs in an office building. By the way, the office building is 1.2 million square feet. How big of a warehouse is that? That's a city, guys. But Elon's got bedbugs. Don't forget that. And Alexa can do nothing about it, it looks like. So there's that. Great article about WeWork. And originally I was going to title this video, WeWork Isn't Working. No, it's not. Adam Newman, wow, what a salesman this guy was. He went out and took office space and then sublet it and tried to turn it into a cozy experience for everybody. And you know what it was? It was a joke, guys. It was an absolute joke because they raised billions of dollars, okay? This place was worth over $60 billion at one point, and now it's facing bankruptcy, and all the investors, SoftBank, all these other Japanese banks, they're all sitting there saying, whoa, wait a second, what did we put our money into? How about asking a question or two up front? This pot smoking, guy with his private jet was, flying around, fleecing investors, convincing them that he was going to change the world. How? How? You know what's funny is when you look back at certain things and you go, who put money into that? This is one of those things. The guy rented office buildings, bought some office buildings on your money and on the investors' money and on, shareholders' money. Remember, this thing was going to go public and completely fell flat because, the jig was up. People realized that this thing was an absolute scam and there was nothing there. So now, because of the amount of office space that they control around the United States, you're going to see massive problems with commercial real estate completely collapsing around us. Now, the next thing, car of the year, 2024, okay? What is it? What's it going to be? The Tesla? Maybe it's a Lucid that's, cost $227,000 more than you purchased the car for. Maybe it's one of those. No, it's the good old Toyota Prius, guys. Want it again. And again, it's an electric car. No, it's a hybrid car. There's a big difference, guys. The hybrid cars are great. I've had a few Priuses in my life, and they get amazing gas mileage. They're, reliable, and they're Toyotas. They go forever. But again, car of the year, a Toyota. So does that shock anybody? It didn't shock me. When I saw the picture, I thought, oh my God, is that a Lucid car? And I must have, lost my mind. But then I said, Alexa, what's the car of the year? And she told me. So I hope you guys are enjoying the Formula One in the background. It's wild to see this, to hear this was just an amazing experience, guys. It was unbelievable how loud this was. I couldn't believe it. And the fact that they practiced at 2 a.m., I'm not making that up, local time, was just an experience in itself. So share your thoughts on this stuff. There's a lot more to cover. I love it when you guys send me stuff. First thing, Monty was on fire today because he sent me two amazing stories that I didn't know about until he sent them to me. First one, lab-grown meat in Italy. No, they said pass. It's illegal. They made it so that it cannot be distributed to people. They want to support the culinary arts of Italy, is what they said. And also, they don't want to eat some spongy thing grown in a lab, okay? What's in my pasta? Just think about that. What is that on my pizza, mommy? Okay? Yeah, it's something grown in a lab. No, you want some meat. You want some sausage. You want some chunk. You want some pork. You want some chicken. You want all that stuff, okay? The second thing, which is amazing, was he sent me the story about forbearance, mortgage forbearance, because of COVID, ends November 30th. For people that have taken advantage of this, it ends November 30th. So you better come up with a plan, because if you haven't paid your mortgage in almost 3 years, 3+ years, you got a problem, to say the least, okay? And mortgage forbearance, here's the thing. Uh, the articles below, we suggest that you contact your lender now instead of waiting. It's only 2 weeks until the end of the month and the end of this period, and people now are going to get around to this. You're going to see so many houses go back to the bank. Now think about this. The low number is 236,000 homes. 236,000 homes. The high number is 2 million. Okay? I don't have faith in either one of those numbers. I think they're both wrong. But where's it at? Somewhere in between. 500,000, 300,000, a million people got these mortgage forbearance. God only knows. Okay? But what you're going to see is you're going to see a slew, an absolute slew of homes go back to the bank. That's why the banks are getting ready for REO divisions, which is real estate owned by the bank. They're getting ready for that, and it's unlike anything that we've seen ever. Ray Dalio, who was former CEO of Bridgewater, the largest hedge fund in the world, stepped forward and said, listen, our debt is such a huge problem in this country, personally and through institutions and through businesses, that it's going to explode and come to a head. And this is going to be something that people won't know how to deal with during this time. So you're going to see some real problems with debt. And because of the way that things are collapsing in the holiday season right now, you're going to see this as a real problem with everything. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys, because this is only getting worse right now. I love it when you guys send me stuff. First thing, Monty was on fire today because he sent me two amazing stories that I didn't know about until he sent them to me. First one, lab-grown meat in Italy. No, they said pass. It's illegal. They made it so that it cannot be distributed to people. They want to support the culinary arts of Italy, is what they said. And also, they don't want to eat something, some spongy thing grown in a lab, okay? What's in my pasta? Just think about that. What is that on my pizza, mommy? Okay? Yeah, it's something grown in a lab. No. You want some meat. You want some sausage. You want some chunk. You want some pork. You want some chicken. You want all that stuff. Okay? The second thing, which is amazing, was he sent me the story about forbearance, mortgage forbearance, because of COVID, ends November 30th. For people that have taken advantage of this, it ends November 30th. So you better come up with a plan, because if you haven't paid your mortgage in almost 3 years, 3+ years, you got a problem, to say the least, okay? And mortgage forbearance, here's the thing. The articles below, we suggest that you contact your lender now instead of waiting. It's only 2 weeks until the end of the month and the end of this period, and people now are going to get around to this. You're going to see so many houses go back to the bank. Now think about this. The low number is 236,000 homes. 236,000 homes. The high number is 2 million. Okay? I don't have faith in either one of those numbers. I think they're both wrong. But where's it at? Somewhere in between. 500,000, 300,000, a million people got these mortgage forbearance. God only knows. Okay? But what you're going to see is you're going to see a slew, an absolute slew of homes go back to the bank. That's why the banks are getting ready for REO divisions, which is real estate owned by the bank. They're getting ready for that, and it's unlike anything that we've seen ever. Ray Dalio, who was former CEO of Bridgewater, the largest hedge fund in the world, stepped forward and said, listen, our debt is such a huge problem in this country, personally and through institutions and through businesses, that it's going to explode and come to a head. And this is going to be something that people won't know how to deal with during this time. So you're going to see some real problems with debt. And because of the way that things are collapsing in the holiday season right now, you're going to see this as a real problem with everything. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys, because this is only getting worse right now. I'm going to end this video with these last few stories, and we will get back to our regular schedule tomorrow, guys. And it's just been very cool to be part of this Formula One experience, but the hours are just all over the map. It's unbelievable. Dr. Marvin, who always contributes the coolest thing, sent me a few stories, but one of them was about Hatchet Man in New York that decided that he just wanted to go rob and steal with a hatchet, and did damage to a store and did damage to, you know, um, merchandise and everything. But that's the sign of the times. Somebody else also sent me a TikTok where a man asked nicely where certain chips were in the store, and they were like, they're over there, and the guy didn't like the response. So with that, he set the chips on fire. And one thing that you guys can have in a survival situation is, if you need to start a fire quickly, you can go get potato chips, and they burn like kindling. Doritos, Lay's, all that stuff. It's just, they light fantastic. Okay. Final story is Brad Kirshner of Altimeter Finance. He runs an investment fund that is AI and tech driven. He said, I want people to understand that what we're going through right now is going to be a revolution in the tech space. And you're going to see, think about this, if AI increases productivity 50%, you're going to see a minimum of 20% of the people lose their job. Most likely, half the people lose their jobs. That is crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. So please don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. If you want to email me, it's hello@iallegedly.com. I'm in the wedding chapel area now for the hotel. So isn't this great? Maybe I'll get married in the next 5 minutes. Okay? Share your thoughts, guys. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, do the dance. I'll see you guys later. Okay? We'll be back on our regular schedule tomorrow.